No, man, it's a sad day in New York. Not for me. PKL staying in Seattle. Russell staying in Seattle. I'm very happy today. All of you that are having a good day today. Welcome to the Life for Someone Under 4 Feet, y'all. Let me introduce you guys to my colleagues first. First, we got the older brother, the one that also claimed that Jersey pizza is better than New York, which I won't get. We got Tony Monica. How you doing over there, buddy?
All right.
That's good. And then we got the little brother joining us back. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. John Paul, how you doing over there, buddy?
Happy New Year, man. Just excited for playoffs.
Oh, but you guys are not in playoffs since 2010, but okay.
We're not in the playoffs either, so I don't know why.
Been this last year. Y'all wouldn't have been there since 2010. So that was a decade ago.
Like it matters.
That was a decade ago.
I don't live in the.
That was a decade ago. A decade ago. Okay. Now let me introduce you guys to my third guest today, my friend David, also from New Jersey, who also thinks New Jersey pizza is better than New York. I don't know why. How you doing over there, buddy?
Good, and you?
I'm doing phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Man, I thought it was cold in New York today. I thought it was brick cold. But it got more cold in the last hour. The New York Giants fired Joe Judge. I didn't expect this. Giants fans were thinking that Joe Judge would be here next year. I'm confused. Tony, what is happening over there, man?
So this is probably the second time that the Giants upper management has told fans one thing and then stuck it to us. First with the Odell Beckham, you give him that monster contract, and then he's gone. Same thing with Judge. Judge, hey, he's going to stay. And then he's gone. But I think there's two things that kind of broke the camel's back on this one. And Joe Judge probably shot himself in the foot with his mouth. First was last week in the press conference where he said, it's okay for the fans to boo him. It doesn't bother him. I'm pretty sure the Mara family said, no, you're our coach. We don't want the fans booing you. So that's one. And then he took a stupid page, and this is not a shot at the Jets, not at all. It's more a shot at Adam Gase. He took a shot, a little sentence out of Adam Gase's book, which I guess he didn't learn, that he told, I guess either on the radio or on TV, that he wanted to be part of the interview process of the new GM. He wanted a hand in picking the new GM. I think at that point, that's where the Mara family said, who the hell does this guy think he is? He hasn't won shit. And now you want to try to pick the new GM. So I think those two things broke the camel's back. Am I happy? No. Am I upset? Yes. I think this guy had the potential to be a good coach if he could ever keep any of his team healthy. The next man up thing, were the secondary people unprepared? Yeah. Those quarterbacks just look terrible. They really did, between Glennon, who shouldn't be in this league, and Fromm, who maybe he just didn't have enough time to learn our system. I guess he just didn't have those secondary people prepared to be able to come into the games and try to win. It looked terrible. But that's all I have to say about that. Where it's on to the next.
Okay. David, how you feeling this one, buddy? I know the Giants are your team, man. You do your team you root for. How you feel, buddy, about this?
I'm kind of on both because, like I said, I know some of the Giant players and they like Joe Judge. A lot of them liked him as a person, as a coach. But at the same time, it's like he just coming up with excuses, and then obviously the infamous quarterback sneak on 3rd and 9 from the 4-yard line. They line up in like a wishbone, which hasn't been ran in like 10 years, and they do a quarterback sneak. You're gonna get a top 5 draft pick. Why don't you see what you could do with Fromm? Let him throw the ball, like open the offense up. Let him do whatever he has to do. It's just such a boring way of offense. Like if I was the owner, Mara, I would have probably given him another shot and say, listen, you got to hire a brand new offensive coordinator. Maybe hire. But now that Judge is gone, do you bring in a defensive-minded coach, which we already have a good defense, or do you bring in an offensive-minded coach? Like, for instance, I want the Bills offensive coordinator because, in my opinion, I'm not saying Daniel Jones is exactly like Josh Allen, but they're similar in certain ways. I think he could succeed under a system like that, where it's kind of like a system where it's like you fake to the running back, you run, you fake to the running back, you throw a quick pass, just open the offense up. And I think that's what the Giants need more. And now that Zimmer and whatchamacallit, the Vin from the Broncos, the coordinator, now that they're out,
Fangio.
yeah, I would just hire them as defensive coordinator and go for an offensive-minded head coach, to be honest with you.
Okay. John Paul, I see you making faces over there, man. What is your reaction to this one, buddy?
Listen, I feel for you guys. As a Jets fan, I feel for you guys. I've been there. I've done that. But you kind of had to see this coming. As soon as Gettleman retired, as soon as he retired, I knew this was coming. Whether it be today, tomorrow, a week from now, that it was either going to be the Tish and the Mara family saying, hey, man, we got to call it quits and we're going to start new, which is what they kind of said now. Or it was going to be the new GM saying, hey, listen, if this is my team, I want my coach here. But I don't think the Giants did a bad job here. This guy was 10-23 as a coach over 2 years. Regardless of guys that got hurt. I heard my brother over there talking about the next man up and how some of them weren't ready, this and that. But no offense, you get paid to play the game. Okay? Either way you look at it, you got to be ready. If somebody told me in a week, hey man, listen, you got to learn as much as you can in a week and do this job, guess what? Once I get there, if I'm ill prepared, it's on me. It's not on my coach, all right? Listen, the coach should have done his job as well. He should have known better and more to do what he had to do. And it sucks because it puts a setback at Daniel Jones, because it is a whole new system that's going to be coming in. You got to understand that they're not going to keep any of those coaches under Joe Judge. You're going to be starting everybody fresh. But I've seen it happen before. And I actually went through it this year with the Jets. And like I told you, I mean, Umi, you could bring back the tape. I said I was lucky if the Jets got 4 or 5 wins this year, and I was right on the money. So, I mean, it is what it is. I saw a little bit of a pickup with the Jets picking it up a little bit at the end of the season, which made me feel a little bit happy. I mean, this last game was a debacle. As soon as I saw that there was going to be 15 guys out on the Jets, I was like, I'm not even watching this game. I said, I know exactly what's going to happen here. I'm not even going to watch. So believe me, fellas, it sucks, and I've been there. I'm still living it. 11 years without even touching what can be close to a playoff run. It sucks, and they'll get there. 2 top 10 picks, just like the Jets. 2 top 10 picks, I'll take it. So. Yeah, listen, man, it happens. But I saw it coming. As soon as Gettleman retired or fired, whatever the hell they wanted to call it, as soon as that happened, I knew Joe Judge wasn't staying.
Okay. But my question is now next. If we looked at the Cardinals, when they drafted Josh Rosen and that coach, they kept him for a year, then they fired the coach. I forgot his name on top of my head. They bring in Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury does not keep Josh Rosen. He drafts his own quarterback, Kyle Murray. You think the new coach, whoever the Giants are going to pick, is going to do the same thing? Draft his own quarterback? And move on from Daniel Jones?
That's hard. Just because you have a kid that's there, yeah, he's young. See, that's one thing. He's young. And I get he's got 2 years out here. He's not a rookie. But he knows that offense. He's played with those guys. Those guys trust him. He's their quarterback. You know what I mean? So they trust him. So what I see happening is whoever takes over as Giants head coach or Giants GM, you're going to have to wait for the draft. Either way you look at it. But if it were me, I would keep Daniel Jones for 1 more year because you actually have more guys coming out of college in 2023 as quarterback than you do in 2022. So you're better off waiting a year, keep Daniel Jones, see what he's got with a new coach. And if at the end of this year you don't like it, you cut him loose.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I think about it. But if I were the Giants, honestly, and you guys might not like this coaching option here, you guys want to go defense, the best guy out there is Eric Bieniemy from Kansas City. That's the guy that should be the next Giants head coach.
100%. He's a phenomenal coach. I was surprised he didn't get hired last year. 100%.
I think he gave it up last year. Somebody wanted him, but he gave it up last year to stay with Andy Reid because I think he thinks that Andy Reid this year is going to call it quits depending on if they win the Super Bowl or not. And if he does, that job might be his. So.
Okay. Tony, what do you think? You think the Giants, whoever the Giants get a new head coach, is going to draft his own quarterback, or he's going to stay with Daniel Jones?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, at this point, it's like a coin toss. It's whoever they bring in, what kind of system they want to run. Are a new GM and a new coach going to want to make a big splash? Maybe. I don't know. With this organization, with the moves they've been making this past couple of years, I don't know what to think. But to compare Daniel Jones to Josh Rosen, I mean, where is he? Where is Josh Rosen? Is he playing in Canada?
No, I think he's in Tampa Bay, actually, third string.
I don't think he was making a comparison to Josh Rosen. I think he was just saying that when the coach left.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I mean, Josh Rosen was terrible.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's no good quarterbacks coming out of the draft this year, really, that I would think. Yeah. I mean, it's a coin toss.
Okay. What do you think, David? You think there's going to be a new quarterback with a new head coach this year?
Like there's not a quarterback I would spend a top 10 pick on. I wouldn't, in a way, just because he's a Jersey guy. He's from New Jersey, from University of Pittsburgh. But I don't think it's worth a top 10 pick to draft one of those. I think they need to get an offensive lineman, move Andrew Thomas back to the right tackle instead, maybe get Neal from Alabama to play left side, and maybe get a rush defensive end since Olajari did pretty well for us this year. Get somebody on the other side of him. Who knows? They might shock us and trade Daniel Jones for somebody. You don't know with the Giants. You really don't know. Like, honestly, like I laugh about it. I was like, imagine if they traded Daniel Jones, because Baker Mayfield wants to apparently get out of the Browns. Imagine if they traded him to the Giants. You know, like I could see scenarios in my head of something, but the Giants would never pay Baker Mayfield. So I think they could trade Daniel Jones, but I don't think they should, because the guys had more offensive coordinators than anybody else in the NFL. So it's like, is it really fair? He showed flashes he could do well. You know, you just got to give him a good offense. Like he had at Duke. The reason he succeeded at Duke was the offensive system he was in. Exactly how it was for Josh Allen in the NFL with the Bills offensive coordinator. He ran the same type of offense, and he put up numbers, you know. And another thing, we got to stay healthy, man. So it's like our offensive line, Gates was out for the year. We just kept shuffling our offensive line. You can't do that. You don't know what you have at quarterback if you have to do that. So I think that has a lot to do with it. So I think they should keep Daniel Jones for another year. I think then after that, like they were saying, see what's going to draft the following year if he doesn't do it. But then it's like, are we going to keep playing this game where we're going to draft the quarterback every 2-3 years, and if they don't pan out, or we can just, you know, there has to be a system where somebody say, all right, we can't keep drafting quarterbacks here. Something has to give. Okay. And the question is, are they going to do that with Daniel Jones, or is it going to be for the next quarterback?
Okay. Now, Paul, I see you making faces over there. What are you thinking over there? I see your face on my screen.
He's throwing digs. The Jets do that. The Jets do that every 2 seasons. They wind up getting a new quarterback.
Yeah, but Zach Wilson, look what he's doing. Look what he did this. I think he's going to be probably eventually a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. I loved him at BYU. I think he's going to be awesome.
Listen, I'm hoping for the best. And like I said, I've seen, you know, I saw things this year that made me believe, all right, maybe next year might be a little bit different. You know, 8-9 wins would be nice. You know, shit, I'd take 12 wins if I could buy them.
Yeah, the problem is your division is so strong. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Let's see what happens, man. Giants, man, you're shocking everyone here. Shocking everyone. Let's see what happens, y'all. Let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting this offseason we're going into. But before we go into the offseason, man, what a game we saw on Sunday night. What a game. In my mind, I thought it was going to be a tie. Chargers were kept on, first of all, I'm surprised they didn't pick up that fumble in the end zone in the third and 10, it was a third or something, when the Raiders, Derek Carr fumbled the ball. They could have easily fumbled it and took it for a touchdown. But they still got a chance, came back for the ball, and went for the touchdown. And then overtime hits. Man, oh, man. The Raiders come in, they get the ball, they kick a field goal. Chargers get the ball, they kick a field goal. Then it's literally going down to the last thing, 20 and 15 seconds. Coach calls timeout. Everyone thinks it'd be a tie. I thought it was going to be a tie. But Raiders say we're going to kick it. And the Raiders in playoffs. Now, do you guys think this Raiders team is going to do damage in the playoffs now? Or no?
So if I can start first.
Yes, we'll start.
So this was probably the most exciting Week 18 of football. Well, it's the first Week 18 of football. But probably the most exciting week of football I've ever seen in an extremely long time. So many things were up in the air. Let me ask you guys, how do you guys feel about Pittsburgh getting in the way they got in?
Well, this is my thing. The past 2 years has been total BS of what's been going on the last week. Like, for instance, last year, who remembers the Eagles and Giants game where the Eagles, pretty much screwed the Giants up getting into the playoffs. And then people were like, oh, the Raiders and the Chargers should just tie and everything. I don't know about you guys, but I come from old school football where you play to win, Like, I get what the Raiders are trying and the Chargers would do. Like, oh, why would we cancel each other out and lose and stuff like that? I get it. But come on, man, this is football. You win or you lose. I hate ties, period. I just think ties should just be non-existent anymore. So my whole thing is, I think it was just a weird game. Like, the Chargers did everything to lose that game, calling timeout at the end. They just did everything to lose. It was just horrible. But to answer your question, I think the Steelers are going to lose, but I think they might cover the spread. I think they might surprise some people because nobody's giving them a chance.
Yeah, but did you enjoy the way they got in with all the scenarios and everything?
No, because I still think the Colts are the biggest threat in the AFC. So do I think the best teams got in the playoffs? No, me personally, I don't think so. I think.
It was still exciting. I thought it was exciting. What about you, John Paul?
I don't even want to bring up the fucking Colts anymore. I don't want to bring up the Colts.
I told you that's sad, buddy.
I'm gonna throw.
I mentioned in the show that Colts have yet to win in Jacksonville since 2014. I mentioned that last show.
But I wasn't here last week.
Yeah,
I had
I have to watch the episode.
I did watch the episode. I didn't get all the way to that point because I was busy all week. But on a side note, the reason I say this about the Colts, I'm a bet man. So I do support FanDuel. I am a bettor. So I always put out every week. I toss an obscene amount of teams in just to throw it away. But this week I actually did my homework. I said, let me sit down here, do my homework, and pick the teams that I think are going to win. Teams that are already in the playoffs that are going to sit their guys after the first quarter, things like that. So that's what I did. And I was sitting there going, the Colts are on a win and in game. Win and in game. And they are favored by 16.5 points. That was the highest point spread this year so far, 16.5. So I said, okay, that's fine. The team I thought that was going to ruin my heart was the Seahawks. I thought the Seahawks were going to lose. I was sitting there going, it's going to be the Seahawks that lose it for me. When I saw the first quarter of that Jacksonville game, I was going, you guys got to be shitting me. I said, there's no way. There's no way you guys are going to lose. Off of a $3 bet, 12 teams would have won me $2,800. I won 11 of those 12 games, and Indianapolis killed me. So Indianapolis, from here on out, you guys are dead to me. All right? Done. I will not bet with you guys no more. You guys suck. But Indianapolis is the reason why it was so interesting this weekend. Once they lost, it gave 4 different teams an option to get into the playoffs. The Steelers, who are playing the Ravens, both of them could have gotten into the playoffs. Who won that game would have gotten in. The Raiders and the Chargers. What I loved the most is that Big Ben came out balling. He came into that overtime, and he was like, "The hell with this! I'm not losing. If I'm gonna lose, it's gonna be on the Raiders and the Chargers." So he got in, and before the game Sunday night when I was watching, Derek Carr said it, and I was like, "There's no way this game's gonna end in a tie now." He said, "I'm going out there to play football for my team to have a win. We're not playing for anything else but a win." I gave him a lot of props for that. And I turned around and I said, "You know what, man? Do your thing. I hope you guys get in." And I said it. I said it right to my wife, too. I said, "I hope they get in." And they did. They wound up coming out and beating them.
So you're saying essentially you enjoyed Week 18 and all the scenarios.
Oh, 110%. I thought it was very exciting, especially when it comes down to that last game and you're sitting there like, whoa, hold on. I was awake until 12:30 that night watching that game. I was like, come on, guys, do something.
Yeah, I know. I woke up to 23 different text messages between you and Umair. So,
Yeah,
Umair, let me ask you, what did you think about Week 18? Was it exciting?
I enjoyed that game. I loved Week 18. Hopefully they bring in Week 19 next year.
Good, because I'm glad you said it. Because all season long you've killed me about the Giants Week 17, Eagles screwing us. We should have got in earlier than that.
I love Week 19.
You killed me all year. You called me all year. Okay?
Let me finish.
You killed me all year. Okay? But you want to know what? This was the most exciting Week 18. Why? Because there were so many scenarios on the board, and half of the teams weren't clinched yet.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Can I continue,
You killed
please?
me for no reason, but you loved it.
Yeah.
You loved it.
Yeah. Can I please continue my thing? I was really interrupted by one of our senior guys. I enjoyed it 100%, and I think I enjoyed it more when the Colts lost, because then I said, oh, shoot, this got more interesting. Now then more teams can get into that spot. You could have had a tie. You could have had that, blah, blah. And seeing that game, I thought that game was going in a tie. I didn't think they were going to do a field goal. I think that Chargers timeout caused that field goal to happen. Because even the commentators said that timeout caused the field goal. I would just let the clock run out to 0-0. But I enjoyed Week 18, and hopefully next year we'll watch Week 19. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you killed me all season, though, you bum.
Yeah, okay. The guy who called and said that New Jersey pizza is better than New York is calling me a bum. Okay with that. All right.
So I got 3 different Jersey guys here. Myself, my brother, and David. I can guarantee you we could find 10 places in 10 minutes better than any joint near you.
Of course you can find 10 minutes better than buddy. I know that. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. All right.
I mean, bro, you like Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know.
Yeah, now you got my mom laughing over there. Watching Lily joking over there. I got over there. All right. You guys mentioned the Colts, man. They got eliminated by the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know how. The Jacksonville Jaguar fans dressed up as clowns because to show how big of a clown franchise that team is. Do you think it's time for the Colts to give Frank Wright the boot?
No, I just hate Carson Wentz. I think he's a bum. And Frank Reich is a good coach, man.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I think their defense, if I could say it in a nice way, they shit the bed. Their defense definitely shit the bed. Their defense shit the bed. Their offensive line was horrible. Jonathan Taylor couldn't – what did he have, like 18, 19 yards rushing in the first half? That's unheard of, especially for him. You know what I mean? That was just a horrible game to watch with them all around. They made Trevor Lawrence, who I think is a bum, look like a Super Bowl quarterback, and I don't even know what the hell to think anymore.
Okay. David, I see you thinking over there, buddy. What are you thinking? I see you thinking over there.
the Colts were one of the most injured teams besides the Giants in the NFL. So it's hard to kind of mesh together, in terms of like Frank Wright. But like I honestly, I could have before the game, I would be like, yo, they could play their third string players against the Jaguars. They would probably still win. But like I said, I don't think he should lose his job. He's an offensive mastermind, and he definitely shouldn't lose his job over it. I think the Colts should kind of be like, you might not want to have a year like this year again next year, but because don't forget they gave up a first-round pick for Wentz. That's bad when you miss the playoffs and you gave up a first-round pick, just like your Seahawks did with Jamal Adams.
Now I gotta bring the trade up. Now they need to see if somebody. At least my Seahawks don't cry and blame other teams for costing us a playoff chance like you guys were last season. Last year, all Giants fans were crying on Twitter when the freaking Eagles put in the backup quarterback. All right, so come on, David. Let me not go over there, Bow. All the Giants fans were crying on Twitter last year.
But you started crying all season about the refs.
Oh yeah, because the refs stink. The refs stink. They suck.
Oh, stop.
Let me see. Metcalf had probably the worst year. If I would have said Metcalf would have had that many yards and catches this year and touchdowns, I would have never believed it. He's literally probably top 5 wide receiver in the league.
Buddy, his quarterback was injured half of the year, bro. What do you expect him to start a quarterback?
Yeah, he was injured. Broken foot.
If I was a quarterback,
bro.
Play. If I had Metcalf 6'4", 6'5", 230, 240 pounds, I'm throwing to him every single play. I would not even look at another receiver. I would just throw it up. He's that much of a –
especially as a guy that runs a 440 at that big.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How can you not throw to him? He didn't get targets this year. It's crazy.
Because Russell's a bum.
He might be
I wouldn't call him a
quarterback, buddy. He might be better than the Giants. My bags are packed and ready to go. Look, I brought my bag today here. My bag is
packed. It's not happening.
Ready to go to the Giants.
It's not happening.
When Russell Wilson
got a bag bigger than you.
When Russell Wilson came back, Metcalf had an awesome second half of the season. The past couple of games, Russell Wilson targeted him record amount of times, and he crushed it at the end of the year. But I just don't understand why that didn't happen from the beginning.
Don't know, man. You don't know. A lot of things you don't know in this league, man. A lot of things you don't know. While we're still in the NFC West, we saw a 17-point lead broken. The 49ers were playing LA Rams in LA. LA Rams had a 17-point lead. They blew the lead. Niners win that game in overtime. Matthew Stafford is playing like he's in Detroit. Do you think the Rams are going to be a one-and-out team this year in playoffs, the way they've been playing? David, I see you nodding your head. I'm going to go you first. Why? Why are you nodding your head over there?
Defense wins championships. Look at the year the Ravens beat the Giants in the Super Bowl. The Ravens had a crappy offense, but the Ravens had a really good defense. In the playoffs, anything can happen. Like I said, the Rams have pass rushers. They have good corners. They have a good safety, linebacker. I just think that they can make a run just based on their defense. Do I think they're going to win in Lambeau? Probably not. The only reason I think that the Packers might beat the Rams, though, is because of the weather. LA is not that cold in the winter, man. But I don't think so. I'll tell you one team that should worry this weekend is the Cowboys, because the 49ers are going to come in there and they're going to try and smack them up, man.
Wow. John Paul, how you taking it over there? Because I know you're a big Dallas fan over there.
Well, I'm going to get to that in a second. The Rams also have to be careful. As much as David said about the Cowboys, I do think the Cowboys do have to watch this week, 110%. I wasn't expecting the Cowboys to have to play the 49ers, but the fact that it is, they do. And the 49ers are a very good team. They are coming in hot. They have a good defense, very good running game that actually exposed the crap out of the LA Rams. And the fact that the Rams are going up against the Cardinals, who probably have the second best running attack in the playoffs, you might see, as much as I don't think it's going to happen with Dallas, I think it's going to be close, and you guys might look at me. I know you guys are Giants fans, but and Umir's an Eagles fan. He's a Seahawks fan. I think Dallas will wind up winning this game, but I think the Rams are going to have a tough time against the Cardinals. I see Kyler Murray running like crazy, just because of the play action that they have to with Kyler. I mean, you could run certain play actions where he doesn't even throw the ball and he runs it. You know what I mean? And the second they see him go back in a play action, they all fold and go back. And he takes off and he's gone. He'll take it for 25, 35 yards each time.
Just real quick, the only why I think the Cowboys have to worry is not – the Cowboys could – honestly, I think they could even reach the Super Bowl. They have that much talent. I'm just afraid the 49ers are going to play like how they did against the Rams and keep the ball away from the Cowboys.
Well, the only thing – and I agree with you. I agree with you. Running attack, yes. Running attack, they might be able to toss it down on Dallas. But I have a feeling this Dallas 49ers game is going to go back and forth. Because as much as Dallas's running defense isn't that great, the 49ers cornerbacks and their safeties aren't that great either. They're missing a bunch of guys still. Their defensive line is really, really good, but honestly, against the Dallas Cowboy offensive line, that Dak Prescott doesn't get hit much. You're gonna see a good game. I'm expecting a very good Super Wild Card weekend, and I'm actually excited. Like my heart's racing right now over talking about it because I am very excited over this weekend.
Is Smith coming back for Dallas this weekend?
Who Parsons?
No, Smith, the offensive tackle.
I believe so. I believe everyone's supposed to be back for Dallas. Gregory's supposed to be back for Dallas. Micah Parsons is supposed to be back for Dallas.
Gallup's going to be there in crutches?
No, Gallup won't be there, but they don't need Gallup. No offense to Gallup. Listen, I take him on the Jets in a heartbeat, and I hope they do because he is a free agent. I would take him on the Jets in a
100%.
heartbeat. I would take him in a heartbeat. But Dallas has that kid Wilson, who was taught from Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Dude, that kid Wilson's an animal. That's how I tell you is that Dallas can beat you on both ends. You think that they're going to throw the ball, and yes, maybe Ezekiel Elliott's not the best running back in the league anymore, but you still got Tony Pollard back there. Tony Pollard can eat you alive. He's quick, and I mean quick. He learned from the Leon Washington school of learning how to run. My man used to chase jackrabbits and catch them. That's how you learn how to juke and move. And I'm all for that. And I think, listen, it's just going to be a great game. I'm excited for this game. I am scared for this Dallas game, but I'm also scared for the Rams because I will tell you right now, it's not going to be just one or two teams that make that push. I could actually see a couple teams. A lot of these wild card games are iffy. I might not even be able to bet this weekend. That's how iffy they are. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you might twist it around on me. Umi, don't take this the wrong way. I think Tampa Bay should walk in and kill Philly. But Philly's got that run attack that Tampa's not really – they're not known – they haven't seen Philly this year. And they haven't seen Philly in a while. And Philly's actually kind of pissed off for what happened with Tom Brady before. So they're going to want to beat this team bad. So I could see them possibly making a hit and hitting Tampa Bay up. I can see the 49ers beating the Cowboys. I can see the Rams losing to the Cardinals. All three of those games, I mean, you look at them, it's like, shit, man, they can go either way.
The Bucs did play the Eagles this year.
Oh, they did. I'm sorry, but it was 28-22. It was a very close game.
Yeah, close. But the thing is that, I mean, like I said, it's just all about can the Bucs stop the Eagles' run. But the Eagles don't.
Saying.
Crazy. That's the crazy part.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. I see my friend Tony over there. He's been making faces for those past 10 minutes. I don't know if you guys can see him. Tony, why are you making so many faces? What do you guys say in this whole matter over here? Why are you making faces over there? You got kind of get me worried.
I don't know. My brother's drinking too much of the Kool-Aid.
What Kool-Aid?
It's Kool-Aid.
You can say whatever you want. I mean, it's a simple fact. On paper, and no offense, off paper, the Dallas Cowboys have one of the best wide receiving cores and running core in the NFL. You can look at it either way you want. Any of those guys can break away for 200 yards a game. Believe me, I've seen it happen. They can do it. And listen, yes.
Bring it on the Eagles' back. Secondary defense does not count, buddy. If you're talking about that game where they had against the Eagles, where they ran up to 51, that don't count.
I'm not talking about that game, Umi.
I'm talking about general, buddy. You can't just say they don't have the top. I would not say that without that. You're on crap for saying that, bro.
You don't win 12 games in this league for nothing. I don't care who you're playing. Everybody in this league can win. The Jets beat the damn Titans, all right, who were on a roll. You understand? The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Indianapolis Colts, who looked like they were going to make a tear through that.
But that's a divisional game, though, Tony. You can never pick. John Paul. Divisional game, that's how they are. They're much harder to win than regular opponent out of the league.
That.
You know your team better than any other team.
So you're playing out what I just said, and you just contradicted yourself. Those divisional games are so much harder, right? So why did Dallas go 5-1 in the division?
Because look who they're going against. They're going against the Giants who have no quarterback.
You are contradicting
I didn't know the quarterback. They're going against, buddy, you're going against Taylor Heineke.
You're contradicting yourself. You have to
the Dallas do not make playoffs if they win the NFC West. I'll say that now. If you pick up the Dallas have an easy ass division. Anyone can go 5-1 that division, bro. Those teams suck.
This year,
you're pushing it way too hard. That NFC East has and still is probably one of the hardest.
Not the toughest, bro. Get out of here. Who the hell is in that division, bro? Where are you saying that for? Who the hell is in that division?
Umir, you're way too young.
If I may, if you take a look at the NFC East, I believe there has not been in the past 10 years back-to-back division winners. It is the strongest division in the NFL.
I don't know. I can't win. It's 3-1 in New Jersey.
It's not 3-1. It's facts. I mean, it's 10 years. There has not been a back-to-back
the NFC
winning
East.
team in the NFC East.
I don't know. I think NFC South and NFC West is the hardest to get out of. Where these teams come back. So I got it West or South.
Yeah, NFC West this year. But NFC East has always been like that, though. It's been a bloodbath between all the teams where we usually split between the teams and stuff like that. I mean, look at this year. The Giants played the Cowboys tough this year, too, when they played in New York. Like, it wasn't a blowout the whole game. Like, they played each other tough just because you play each other twice and you usually beat each other once out of the 2 times. And honestly, you're all rivals. You want to win every game.
Okay. Let's see what happens. This playoffs are going to be very interesting. Playoffs are going to be very, very interesting. All right. We didn't expect this. Another firing that happened. I didn't expect this to happen.
I did.
Miami Dolphins go and fire the coach Flores. Out of nowhere. Nobody expected it. I didn't expect it. I thought it was going to be the next year. I know he hasn't taken to the playoffs yet, but injuries happen. Was it smart for the Dolphins to get rid of Flores? John Paul, I'm going to go with you first because you said you saw that coming.
No, but I don't think it was smart because he's not going to be unemployed long at all. I could see him going to either Minnesota or Chicago right away, like very, very quickly. Or actually he might go to the Giants. I mean, now that the Giants have lost Judge, and that'd be a nice pickup for the Giants too, because Brian Flores is a very good coach. I don't think this was on him at all, and I don't think this was on Miami at all either. I heard, or sure did I say I've read, that this had to do with coaching. They wanted him to let go of a couple guys in his coaching staff that he said, why fix something that's not broken, especially when they've won 10 games this year or 9 games this year. You know, that's not, again, in the AFC East either, against some of those teams, they beat the Patriots this weekend. That's not an easy task, especially this year. And in years past, they've played teams hard. I wouldn't have let him go, but I think he's got that mindset of, I have loyalty to my coaches and to my guys, which I 110% understand. If I had one of my friends, or let's just say all of us were coaching a team, and they said, hey, man, you got to let go of Tony. And I'm going to sit there and go, yeah, sure, I can let him go. It's not a big deal. No, I can't do that. You understand what I'm trying to say? You got to show loyalty to your guys as well, because those are the type of coaches that players will respect, especially in the locker room.
Okay. Tony, what do you think over there, buddy?
I mean, isn't Miami known for just making stupid decisions?
Mm-hmm.
Time after time after time. I mean, they don't even have a real owner, do they? Isn't it like 50 different celebrities that actually own the team?
I think that's the Pack. I don't know.
I think the Packers own part of them, don't they?
That's crazy. I mean, how can you fire this guy? His last 9 games, he won 8 out of his last 9 games as the coach, and you let him go? I mean, unless there's something internal there, I have no idea. I mean, Tua is turning it up. I mean, Tua's numbers have to be top 5 in the league. Now you're gonna have to replace a coach and a staff. I mean, you got this guy fired on all cylinders. I don't know. Miami's they make stupid mistakes constantly over and over again.
Okay. David, what do you think over there, buddy?
So I actually know 2 players that are on the Dolphins, and basically from what I heard is the GM and Flores didn't get along, and pretty much the GM got rid of him more than anything else. Some players didn't like Flores, some did. But I think that has a lot to do with it, that the GM and him just didn't see eye to eye. Also, if you look at the past 2 years, the Dolphins had, collapses at the end of the year. Where remember last year, they just needed to win both games. I think it was last year, and they were in the play, or one of the 2 games last year to get in the playoffs. They lost both games. And this year, they had a chance to make the playoffs again. They lost games that they shouldn't have lost. So, I mean, is that on the coach? Yeah, that has a little bit to do with the coaching, yeah. But I think it also has to do with the players and stuff, too. And don't forget, Flores was the one that brought up the rumor about Deshaun Watson going to the Dolphins all year. So imagine for Tua playing a whole year being like, does this coach even like me? He kept bringing up the Deshaun Watson thing, So I think there's several reasons why. Do I think Flores is going to get a job probably by next week? Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be.
He already has prime candidate from the Chicago Bears. He's there in Chicago.
Right now, though, too, either. So I don't know how they'd be able to hire Flores. The GM has to approve it. It's like how he can't go to Giants either because the Giants don't have a GM yet either. So I think the Vikings, yes, that's definitely a possibility. The Broncos,
not GM either.
The Broncos, I could see him there because he's a defensive-minded coach, and they have a good defense already. There's certain things. But like I said, I just think the past 2 years, end of the season with those 2 collapses, not getting along with the GM too well, think about it. It all adds up.
Okay. Let's see what happens, man. Chicago, you guys are known for doing the stupidities, and another stupidity y'all did. That was a great coach that let go of, but let's see what happens, man.
You mean Miami?
Miami.
I'm sorry, Miami. I'm getting the old people memory today. I got hanging with y'all people. I got the old people memory kicking in today. All right, guys, let's go weekend playoff picks. This is the first game on Saturday, man. It's the Oakland Raiders, and they're playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. Who you guys got winning this game?
I'll go. I think Joe Burrow shows up, and he shows up big. I like the Bengals.
Okay.
That's my only concern. I think Joe Burrow, has so much to bring to the table, but it's his first playoff game. I'm going to go Cincy also.
Okay. David, who you got there, buddy?
I think the Bengals too, but I feel like Carr just has, for some reason, so much more to prove to people, which I don't understand why people still badmouth him. So I feel like he has that attitude me against the world. I will pick the Bengals, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders go in and actually smack them up too.
Okay. So who you got? The Raiders or the Bengals?
Bengals.
Bengals? Okay. I'm going to go with the Raiders. I don't know, man. I think they're going to be underdogs in these playoffs, man. I got the Raiders winning this game. I got Derek Carr coming in and winning this game, getting the W. All right, next big game. These are John Paul's favorite teams. John Paul loves these 2 teams. We got the Patriots going into Buffalo. And I want to remind you guys, the Patriots went into Buffalo early this year and shut them down. Who you guys got winning this game?
They did not shut them down.
The
weather shut them down. The weather shut down both teams.
So you got winning this game.
I'm going to go first again.
Okay.
The Buffalo Bills are going to win this game because there's not going to be 85-mile-per-hour winds in Buffalo.
Okay. John Paul, who you got winning, buddy?
I'm Tony.
Oh, it's like Tony.
I'm Tony. I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I'm going with the Buffalo chicken wings. They in the game.
David, who you got?
Buffalo, baby. Buffalo Bills. Let's go.
Well, two reasons I'm going with Buffalo. One, a rookie going into obviously a stadium, a playoff game, never been in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know how much success they could have. And one of my good friends is Emmanuel Sanders, so I can't go against the Bills. So let's fall through some tables, Bills. So I think the Bills could actually make a deep playoff run too. So I'm going Bills.
David, my friend, all you guys are wrong. All you guys, John Paul, Tony, man. I don't know what's in New Jersey water. You guys are really doubting the greatest coach of all time? No. I got the Patriots winning this game. Mac Jones is going to come in Buffalo and get the dub again like he did in regular season. I'm going with Bill Belichick, baby.
The greatest coach of all time is Bill Parcells.
Oh, no, Bill Belichick is the greatest coach.
Don't forget it.
Nah, you got Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, easy, buddy. Come on.
Wrong Bill there, Pitty.
All right, man. This is a Sunday game on my sister's birthday. I'm going to wish her happy birthday early right now on the show. Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep. Thank you, guys. I'll tell you guys said that. We got the Philly Eagles flying into my favorite quarterback's house, Tom Brady. Who you guys got winning this matchup, man? Eagles versus Bucks.
John Paul, go ahead. You started. Let's go.
Oh, man, I don't want to start again. I got Philly.
You got Philly? Oh, my God. Something is wrong with this dude. Something is wrong with New Jersey's water. I'm going to come there tonight and get a sample and put it in my try to do a chart. Because something is wrong with that water over there.
Poland Spring.
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay only because I hate Philadelphia. But just on a lighter note, Umir, because last week you said a lot of good things about Tom Brady and Antonio Brown. So there was a big interview. Antonio Brown could not feel worse about Tom Brady than anybody in the world, especially after Tom staying in the game and getting his boy Gronk paid, but not Antonio Brown. But I'm still going to go with Tampa Bay.
Okay. David, who you got, buddy?
How can you go against Tom Brady in the playoffs? Bucks.
Thank God. David and John Paul. No, sorry. David and Tony finally agree with me today. It's a miracle, God. I got Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. I got them winning the Super Bowl this year, man. Ain't nobody stopping them. Nobody stopping them. So, John Paul, you can cough as much as you want over there, buddy. Next big matchup we got. I'm going to start with John Paul again. This is his household. This game, the John Paul household is going to be crazy this day. We got the 49ers versus the Dallas Cowboys. John Paul, who you got winning this game, buddy? Realistically. Be realistic now. Please be realistic.
As hard as it is to pick this game, I do still have my two teams in the playoffs that I wanted to go to the Super Bowl. So either way I look at it, my two teams were Dallas and Kansas City. So I still see Dallas taking this game. Maybe not as unbelievable as they might hope, but I have them taking this game 110%. And I hope I'm home to watch it because I know it's supposed to get some snow here in Jersey on Sunday.
Oh, shut up. I don't want no more snow.
See, white gold.
All right, I'll go next, I guess. This is such a tough game to pick. It really depends on what Dallas team shows up. It really does. I mean, Dallas has played some nasty, ugly games this year, and they've played some amazing games this year.
We don't got all day, buddy. Come on.
I'm going to go Dallas winning it in overtime by 3 points.
Okay. Let's see this one. David, who you got, buddy?
I got 49ers just because just the way they're going to try and play like how they did against the Rams, keep the ball away from Dak and stuff like that. And they have a top 5 defense in the NFL and top 3 defensive line in the NFL. But with that being said, I also do think the Cowboys can make a run too. But, I mean, how can you go against it? Because the 49ers did everything they could to win last week. So I think that they kind of exhausted themselves too. But that doesn't mean anything anymore in the NFL. But I think the 49ers are going to try and keep the ball away from Dak, so I'm taking the 49ers.
Okay. Man, I hate the 49ers more than anything in the world. I hate their fans. I hate that organization. But that team is scary. That team is scary. And you guys know as a Seahawks fan, as much as I hate them, I got to go with the Niners, man. I don't think Dallas got it in them this year to win this playoff game. Dak doesn't look 100%. I don't know. I got the Niners, man. I got the Niners winning this game. Sorry, Anna. I'm really sorry.
No, quickly before we go on, David, I agree with you that they threw everything at the Rams, the kitchen sink. But if you watch that game against the Rams, that game was kind of given to the 49ers. They had every possible thing that could have happened wrong with the Rams, and it still had to. It was still too close. You know what I mean? It had to go into overtime. That's the only reason why I think the Cowboys are going to beat them, because honestly, with the amount of mistakes I saw in that Rams-49ers game, the 49ers should have blown them out.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Man, this man was probably catching a heart attack on Sunday watching this game. He was probably catching a heart attack when he's watching this Sunday night game. We got Big Ben Steelers going into KC, Kansas City Chiefs, guys. Who you guys got winning?
My other team to go to the Super Bowl, Kansas City.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Tony, who you got winning, buddy?
This is another one, man. I mean, KC had that stretch of games where they played absolutely terrible. They picked it up at the end of the season. But do I like the hot hand of a team that's so excited to have made the playoffs? Big Ben's possibly last season. Oh man, I'm going with the underdog here. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
Okay. David, who you got there, buddy?
Simple. Chiefs.
All right. I'm going to go with Tony's pick over here. I got Steelers winning this game. I think Steelers going to do the upset. I got Steelers winning. I got Big Ben winning. Big Ben is going to win that game. I got Big Ben. All right. This is the first time ever we having a Monday night football playoff game. We got the Cardinals playing the LA Rams. Who you guys got winning this game, John Paul? I'm going to go you first.
I like the Cardinals in this game, and I explained why. I think that the 49ers exposed the Rams to the fact that they cannot protect a run on the outside. In the middle, they are 100% money. You're not going to run through Aaron Donald and a couple of those other guys. But the second you pop it to the outside, they can't catch you. So I like the Cardinals in this game. Unfortunately for the Rams, I thought they were going to be a lot better than they were. But after the game I saw Sunday, I can't go with them. So I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Quick question. Sorry to interrupt you. Did you watch by any chance the Cardinals and Seahawks game by any chance? You talking about how Seahawks exposed Kyle Murray? I don't know if you watched that game. You're talking about the Rams and Niners.
Did you watch how the Cardinals had like half of their guys out, or no?
I did. They had the starting quarterback. They did have the wide receivers in. They had the running backs in.
That's okay. We're just making picks. Seattle's playing golf. Shut up. Let's go.
Oh, man. Tony, who you got, buddy?
This is another one. I think I'm gonna have to go with the underdogs on this one, and I think the Rams are underdogs in this game, and not by much, but they are. I just think they have too much firepower. I mean, Cooper Kupp is just an animal. He's an animal. I'm gonna go LA on this one.
Okay. David, who you got winning, buddy?
Defense wins championships, Rams.
Okay. I hate those Rams. I hate them on the end. We played them last year in playoffs. This year they got my guy Wilson injured. Freaking Aaron Donald's helmet. Screw them Rams. Let's go Cardinals, baby. Let's go Cardinals. I hate you, Rams. All right, guys. It's good to have you guys today. Hope all you guys stay safe from COVID. COVID spreading like wildfire. Hope all my guys stay safe. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you. Peace.